Good morning and good afternoon, my friends. This is a bit different from the normal content I make, but it just randomly popped in my head after a friend of mine talked to me about their review and analysis content. So I thought to myself, hey, a lot of people suck at Pyramid Head to the point where they give him a crazy buff. So, why not give you guys some tips instead of, making him ridiculously overpowered? I apologize for my voice as well. I don't usually do commentary. I usually sit here screaming in my room. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Well, let's get straight to the point. Starting off small with tip number 1, we have choke points. Choke points are areas where survivors can't move at all. An example being the middle of two structures that's very tight to the point where the survivor almost has no room to move. That is a choke point. There are more advanced choke points that will be mentioned later on in the video, but telling a survivor is not moving, we have tip 2. Animation locks. Animation locks is where a survivor is playing an animation and then has to finish before they can move at all. The most common types of animation locks you'll see are pallet drops, window vaults. Lockers can be used as well, if timed right. Tip 3, place some trails around the map while roaming or looping. Hide them like bear traps. You want people to be tormented. More people tormented, the more people you can cage at once. Tip 4, cage usage. Cages should only be used whenever you have the chance, unless you're in the end game, a hook is close to you, or need a survivor near you. In the end game, a cage sends a survivor far away from you instead of close, basically sending them off to safety, since cages usually spawn furthest from the killer but closer to survivors. If the hook is in front of you, it makes any survivors on gens far away from you have to get off and run a far distance in order to unhook that survivor. However, if there are no hooks nearby, cages are fine. Cages follow the same pattern as Freddy's timers and I think Wesker's cases. Tip 5. When looping with this power, you have to be patient and use it when the time is right. Hitting survivors on corners seems to be the most common for me, but you won't always have that option. When aiming, you want to aim a bit in front of the survivor if you think they will keep forward. If you think they'll double back, aim a bit behind them. You don't always have to use your power either. You can hold it down and make sure the survivor in front of you can't use a window or pallet. Or make it to where if they do use it, they get hit. Tip 6. Holding your power. Drag your sword in the ground to mess with W gamers. An add-on that helps with this is the Tablet of the Oppressor, which increases power usage by 2 seconds. It sounds low, but it works well. Tip 7. His add-ons aren't actually that bad. A lot of people say that he has only 2 good add-ons, well that's a lie. The Obsidian Goblet has some really good uses. An add-on that makes you undetectable in chase. You can use this in all kinds of different situations. Crimson Ceremony is also useful after the Hemorrhage update as well. The main add-ons you want to get used to after you eventually use his power a lot is Burning Man Painting and Wax Doll and also Black Strap. All of these increase the range of the power and it's really good. Not even advanced stuff. It just requires a bit more to actually hit from a far range due to his wave-like attack pattern, not instant. Tip 8. Body blocking if you can't use your power on a loop, or any chance you get is really good. Most times the survivor will try and fake a window or pallet by spinning, giving you a chance to block off that pallet or window so they can't use it, just in case they go back to it, of course. Most of the time, it grants you a hit, and also a mini tip to say as well, Pyramid Head is not sneaky with his power. Perks that delete your tear radius are only good for his M1 because dragging his sword is stupid loud. Tip 9. Ore reading perks. Ore reading perks are good for getting used to behind the wall hits. Most commonly used is I'm all yours. However, every other ore reading perk is fine. Use these enough and practice and you'll be amazing with tip 10. Behind the wall shots. These are when you track a survivor with a very good guess behind a wall or any structure, usually guessing off the survivor's playstyle and the movement speed to tell where they will be or if they have left the loop in order to get a completely blind shot. Tip 11. Advanced choke points are when you make the map itself into a choke point. You find areas where survivors can't move at all and they will get hit no matter what. An example, this long shack wall. They can't clip through the wall, so if you position it a bit away from the wall but just enough to clip their hitbox, they can take a hit no matter what. This can also be done with random debris on the map. And for our very last tip, tip 12, flicks. Flicks with most killers are turning your camera really fast to catch people off guard. Pyramid Head's flick is an almost frame perfect turn that points his camera in a direction immediately, depending on how fast you turn, and almost teleports you in that direction. Right as you launch your power, turn your camera, not even a second afterwards. It has to be frame perfect. Or turn your camera a bit and launch your power to do a not so accurate flick, but still a flick that can work. And that's about all the tips I have for you right now. All of these I've come up with from my own personal gameplay. It could be different for other people. However, most of these is pretty much universal for every Pyramid Head, and you can always build on top of these as well. Pyramid Head is honestly kind of interesting. It's not like Wesker where his power can do everything, but there's all kinds of ways you can catch people off guard, because that's the main thing you want to do with his power, that I've seen it with. Also, I will sound different consistently in this video because of the fact that I'm recording at different times. And also, as of right now, if you hear a fan in my background and my microphone is cutting out consistently kind of, my AC is completely off. So I'm basically just have like 12 fans in my room right now. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If this is not something that I should be doing, because trust me, not every kind of content is good for everybody, that's perfectly fine. Probably go to other YouTubers that are better at this, like Ox maybe. But if you do like it, let me know. And I will be dropping some things later on after this video as well. Really soon. Not like, usual 4 months until I actually make a new video. Now I'm actually working on something right now as we speak. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy and have a good day.